The former Supreme Court judge, Mamata Sharma, the head of the National Commission for Women, says her organization will initiate action against Justice AK Ganguly after a Supreme Court panel found prima facie evidence that he sexually harassed a former intern. The Supreme Court panel indicted the retired Apex Court judge but added that it was not within the panel's purview to initiate action against him. The panel said that Ganguly had already retired when the alleged incident took place and the intern was not on the court's payrolls.
बिल्कुल सही है और जो कल की जो सारी रिपोर्ट्स हैं वो ये हैं कि उनका जो व्यवहार था वो ज़रूर ही स्वागत के लायक नहीं था और इसीलिए जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कमेटी बनाई उन्होंने प्राइमा फेसी में बताया है कि ये बात सही है। तो मैं सोचती हूँ कि वो हालांकि रिटायर्ड जज हैं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये भी कहा है कल कि वो रिटायर्ड जज है इसलिए प्रशासनिक तौर पे हम कोई कार्रवाई नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन मैं सोचती हूँ कि उनके खिलाफ कोई ना कोई कार्रवाई ज़रूर होनी चाहिए। महिला आयोग इसमें ज़रूर स्टेप लेगा और पीछे नहीं हटेगा।
कुछ नोटिस वगैरह दिया जाएगा?
Headlines today has learnt that the Delhi police has written to Justice Ganguly's former intern seeking a meeting with her. The onus now lies on the Delhi police to file a complaint against the retired judge. The NCW's move, in addition to an earlier letter from West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee to the President, has added to the opposition against the former Supreme Court judge. Listen in.
What do you think, he should resign or?
No, I think he should be arrested. There should be a zero tolerance for anybody harassing a woman, and the time has come for that.
इसमें सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जब एक अपनी इंक्वायरी रिपोर्ट दे दी है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा है कि मामला अब हमारे जुरिडिक्शन से बाहर का है और पुलिस भी ओपिनियन ले रही है अपने लॉ ऑफिसर्स का कि इसमें क्या होना चाहिए। तो हमारे समझ से पुलिस कैन लॉज एन एफआईआर, लेकिन लड़की का सामने आना ज़्यादा बेहतर होगा। वो रिटायर्ड जज जरूर हैं, लेकिन एक ऐसे इंस्टीट्यूशन से जुड़े हैं जो कि हमारे इंडियन अपने कंट्री के लिए, दैट इज़ दी एपेक्स कोर्ट, हम उसकी काफ़ी इज्जत करते हैं, पब्लिक को उस पर भरोसा है। मेरा कहना है कि मामले की सत्यता की बखूबी और एक फेयर ढंग से जांच होनी चाहिए और उसके बाद इसमें कोई काम करना चाहिए।
I think that the people of our country look upon the Supreme Court, the highest judicial body, as possibly the only place where we have the hope for justice. And when the panel itself finds credence in the allegations made by the intern, one expects that justice will be done even in this case. For the fact that the Supreme Court, which dispenses justice, for it to ignore injustice within its own premises is not something that any Indian would be comfortable with. I am glad that as at least an afterthought, though after the Vishaka guidelines one presumed that the Supreme Court would have had its panel set in place, but even now that the panel has found misconduct, I feel that appropriate action needs to be taken so that a message goes to the nation at large that the highest judicial body in the country also upholds all those guidelines and parameters which it legally sets for the nation.
The accusation of wrong behavior, to put it mildly, is the same whether you are serving, whether you are in service or job, or you are a retired person. The accusation doesn't change, first. Secondly, we always expect people to show a certain high moral ground from those who occupy high or who have occupied high offices. I do feel that if a person occupying such a high office, even if he feels he didn't do the wrong thing, steps down, he increases his moral stature than reducing it.
Headlines Today's Associate Editor Arthur Khan now joins us for a legal perspective on this. Arthur, the Supreme Court panel report said that there is prima facie evidence to suggest Justice Ganguly harassed the intern. However, it said it could not take action. That leaves the door open for the Delhi police to now initiate an FIR against Justice Ganguly.
Well, that's right. It's ironic that the Apex Court, a panel of Apex Court has carried out an inquiry into this matter. but it cannot on its own direct any action, though it is the findings are clearly, they say that there were unwelcome advances on the side of Justice Ganguly. Having said that, now the court is also suggesting that that the intern should go through the proper channel, but Delhi police has taken cognizance of this matter, and they have written an email to the intern to indicate date and time to record the statement, though it is also seeking legal advice. So it's news is tightening around Justice Ganguly. It will be highly appropriate for him to step down, also taking account the moral stand which he needs to take. He served the highest court of the country, but then even after he steps down, he will have to face the police inquiry, and he should cooperate with it.
Arthur Khan, many thanks for that. We're going to wait to hear from the Delhi police and about whether the victim has replied to their request for a meeting. India's Law Minister Kapil Sibal has reacted to events. He said he's disappointed with the judiciary over its handling of the sexual harassment allegations against Justice Ganguly. Listen in.
I am nobody to advise the Supreme Court, and it's not my domain to do so. But I'm a little disappointed at the fact that an inquiry has been set up with reference to a man who was not a judge of the court at the point in time when the inquiry was set up. If they cast aside that matter in this fashion, it disappoints me. It disappoints me as a lawyer. It disappoints me as a member of the legal fraternity that the Supreme Court has now chosen to do away with the matter, and by saying that he was no longer a judge, when they ought to have, after this, if I had any say in the matter, they ought to have taken it up on the judicial side.
Ram Jethmalani is among senior lawyers who have countered popular opinion which calls for Justice Ganguly to step down as chief of the West Bengal Human Rights Commission. Here's what he said earlier.
I don't go by the views of others. According to me, it is either those who are in charge of law enforcement who should do what their duty they think to be under the circumstances, or Mr. Ganguly has to decide for himself. Who is anybody else to decide? He knows the truth. I don't even know what the girl has told the Supreme Court. And who am I to decide whether a girl is speaking the truth, or if Ganguly is denying it, that Ganguly is speaking the truth? I am nobody. I have not even spoken to Ganguly, nor have I spoken to the girl.